From the earliest tanks of 1939 to the post-war designs of 1950, this is the evolution of tank armor, how steel plates became sloped, thick, and deadly on the battlefield. The 1939 T-26 was lightly armored and already outdated by the start of World War II. Its armor ranged from 15 to 20 millimeters, with the thickest plates on the front hull and turret. This was enough to stop small arms fire and shrapnel, but most anti-tank guns could penetrate it easily. The armor was flat and riveted, which increased the danger of spalling inside the vehicle when hit. Thin side and rear armor made the T-26 especially vulnerable to flanking fire, limiting its survivability in combat. The 1940 Panzer IV, primarily the Ausführung E, featured improved armor compared to earlier models. Its base hull and turret armor was 30 millimeters thick, but many vehicles received additional 30 millimeter bolt-on plates on the front, bringing total frontal protection to 60 millimeters. Side and rear armor remained thinner at 20 millimeters, leaving the tank vulnerable to flanking fire. The armor was largely flat and unsloped, which limited its effectiveness against modern anti-tank guns. While this armor upgrade improved survivability against early Allied weapons, the Panzer IV still relied heavily on tactics, coordination, and mobility rather than armor alone. The 1941 T-34-76 revolutionized tank armor with its use of sloped, welded steel plating. The front hull featured 45 millimeters of armor sloped at 60 degrees, dramatically increasing its effective thickness and improving shell deflection. The turret had 45 millimeters of armor as well, though with less slope than the hull. Side armor was thinner at around 40 millimeters, but still sloped for added protection. This combination made the T-34 highly resistant to many early German anti-tank guns, giving it a major survivability advantage. The Panther Ausführung G featured some of the most effective armor of World War II. Its upper front hull had 80 millimeters of armor sloped at 55 degrees, giving it excellent protection against most Allied anti-tank guns. The hull sides were 40 to 50 millimeters thick, offering reasonable defense while keeping weight manageable. The turret front was heavily protected by a 100 millimeter thick mantlet, while the turret sides were 45 millimeters. Combined with strong sloping and high-quality steel, the Panther's armor made it extremely resilient from the front, though it remained vulnerable to flanking attacks. The M4A3E2 Jumbo was a heavily armored variant of the Sherman, designed to withstand German anti-tank fire. Its front hull featured up to 150 millimeters of armor, far thicker than standard Shermans, while the front of the turret was reinforced to up to 177 millimeters. Side armor ranged from 75 to 100 millimeters, providing solid protection against small to medium caliber weapons. Despite the extra weight, the armor allowed the Jumbo to lead assaults and absorb hits that would have disabled standard Shermans. The 1944-45 IS-2 heavy tank was designed to face the most powerful German weapons. Its front hull featured 120 millimeters of armor sloped at 60 degrees, giving excellent protection against most anti-tank guns of the time. The turret front was heavily reinforced with 150 millimeters of steel, while the sides and rear ranged from 75 to 100 millimeters, providing solid, all-around defense. The armor was mostly rolled and cast, offering superior resistance to penetration and spalling. Combined with its 122 millimeter main gun, the IS-2 was a fearsome combination of firepower and survivability on the Eastern Front. Designed as the most heavily armored tank of World War II, the Tiger II combined extreme armor thickness with sloped geometry for maximum frontal protection. Its upper glacis measured 150 millimeters, angled at approximately 50 degrees, creating immense, effective thickness. The lower front plate was thinner, at 100 millimeters, but still heavily protected. Hull side armor reached 80 millimeters, remaining vertical and vulnerable to flanking fire. The Henschel turret featured a flat but massive cast mantlet, up to 180 millimeters thick. This armor made the Tiger II nearly immune from the front, but its weight severely reduced mobility and reliability. Developed to counter late-war German heavy tanks, the Super Pershing retained the Pershing's welded steel hull, but added heavy frontal reinforcement. Its original glacis measured 102 millimeters, already sloped for improved protection. In combat, U.S. Army field maintenance crews of the 3rd Armored Division welded a captured Panther frontal armor plate to the hull. This increased frontal protection to nearly 180 millimeters in total thickness. The gun mantlet was cast and rounded, measuring approximately 102 to 114 millimeters thick. Designed to replace heavy wartime tanks with a balanced approach to protection and mobility, the Centurion used welded, rolled, homogeneous steel armor rather than extreme thickness. Its upper frontal hull was sloped at approximately 58 degrees, increasing effective protection without excessive weight. Frontal armor thickness ranged from 76 to 160, sufficient against late World War II anti-tank guns. Side armor measured 50 to 76 millimeters, prioritizing weight savings and maneuverability. Unlike World War II heavy tanks, the Centurion emphasized angled surfaces over sheer mass. This design philosophy laid the foundation for the modern MBT.